Hello there, everybody. Charlie Wilson back at it again, aka Sinister Charlie. It has been a while since I've been making videos on a regular basis, and I apologize for that. Been a lot of personal stuff going on in my life where I feel very stressed out, but been going a little bit better lately. And also I'm sober. I know, crazy, right? That's a new one for me. So if I seem a little awkward, you'll know why. And like I said, it's been a while, so I guess I missed the last Gigguk summer anime update. So I thought we'd give that a little watch. And there'll be much more content that I'll be uploading, so I got time on my hands now and not a whole lot to worry about. So let's get it started then, shall we?
This episode is sponsored by Keeps.
Oh god, it's summer.
Yes. The summer sun is shining down.
Okay.
The school kids are
Sorry
off on their
about that.
holiday. The goddamn loud-ass cicadas are having a great fucking time, and we get to enjoy some more seasonal anime. Now, I know we've got some high expectations coming into this. I mean, how can't you? I said in spring that following the winter anime season was like having a boxing match right after Muhammad Ali just stepped out of the ring. Little did I know that fucking Mike Tyson was gonna show up out of nowhere, so what do we have in store for the summer? Are we gonna get Sugar Ray Johnson, or is Logan Paul gonna be entering the ring? Either way, my hopes are high. So is summer gonna continue this year's hype train, or are we just gonna get an absolute train wreck?
By the way, just to let you know, I have not been really keeping up on my anime, so yeah, we'll see if anything really interests me. Not much has interested me from what I've seen. So yeah, let's keep an open mind, I guess.
Well, this is awkward. All right, Kana, open wide.
Never got into Dragon Maid.
After the tragedy of the arson attack just about 2 years ago, it feels so good to see Kyoto Animation coming back at their absolute best. And what an absolute statement
It's breast.
they've
You
made.
got it right the first
God
time.
fucking damn. I came here for a wholesome little slice of life, and I opened things up with a fight scene that went so hard, it would make most shonen battle anime quake in their boots. I don't normally like to talk about sequels too much in these videos, but god damn, it's good to have you back, Kyoto Animation. But before we get this season fully started, a quick word from our sponsor. Good evening, weebs. Do you know what
Hello.
I care about? My hair. Even with the fact that I was a monk before, that's irrelevant now. Well, thankfully, this episode is sponsored by Keeps. Did you know that 2 out of 3 guys will experience
We'll let
male
this play
pattern
out.
baldness by the age of 35?
Guy deserves
and
his,
I may not look like
his ads.
it, but I'm one of those guys. Every single man in my family has gone bald, and I knew this, so while it might look like I'm the exception, I've put in a lot of work behind the scenes to keep my hair the way it is. Did you see what I did there? Keeps
No.
is a subscription service that focuses
didn't.
on making it easier and more affordable for men to treat their male pattern baldness online. A licensed doctor can review all your information online, recommend you the best treatment plan, and then send you that plan every 3 months. Keeps offers all the generic versions of the FDA-approved drugs to keep all the
Well,
costs
thank God the
down. I
FDA
really didn't do
approves,
that on
'cause
purpose.
that was
The
concerning
treatments
to me.
take between 4 to 6 months to start seeing results, so it's important that you start acting now. Because look, if you're like me and you've known for years that you're gonna go bald, then the only thing you can do to combat that is to stop it before it happens. Once the hair's gone, it's gone for good. And that's exactly what Keeps is. And look, I normally try to keep these sponsorships anime related, but I really do wish I had a service like Keeps when I started looking into this years ago. So, if Saitama from One Punch Man isn't the look that you want to go for, then go to keeps.com/Gigguk for 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/Gigguk for 50% off your first order. Or just click the link in the description. Anyway, back to the video. Hey boss, have you heard of this one? What? Okay, Edward Elric walks into a bar. He says, "Has anyone seen my metal arm? I really need help finding it." Barman says, "Don't worry, Edward. I'll definitely give you a hand."
Yeah, okay. All right.
And don't get it. God, what an edgy mess this is. You've got brutal violence, crazy anime girls. There's some rabbit that looks like she just walked straight out of One Piece. Odoka was finally done with being a taxi driver. And now he's just a mass murderer. It seems to be the show that seems to be run entirely on edgy anime logic. Like, you have the usual goody two-shoe protagonist who's doing the good thing and breaking this girl out of jail because the mean guards are bullying this poor defenseless anime girl. Except the girl actually just brutally murdered dozens of soldiers like 5 minutes ago. And she literally saw her brutally murder dozens of soldiers like 5 minutes ago. And for some reason, she's completely okay with her brutally murdering like dozens of soldiers like 5 minutes ago. Because just look at her. She's a cute anime waifu.
There is no such thing as a queen.
If you're looking for some mindless violence set in that same fucking fantasy world, then yeah, you'll probably enjoy Akame no Isekai. I lied. It's not actually an Isekai. Yo, wait, did someone say Isekai? Oh, for fuck. As we know, Isekai has somewhat been taking over the modern anime scene in recent years, but thankfully, if you're one of the ones who's been a bit tired of that, this season we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new Isekai airing this season. So, pretty slow season for Isekai overall. Villainess is on season 2, same with I'm Standing on 1 Million Lives. Slime 2 is continuing, and I'll say
I'm not into Isekai.
Slime 2 because you think it'll be the same feel-good, wholesome show as it was in season 1.
All
I'll say to you is that you better catch up because it's kicking off! Then we go with a new Isekai, which, let me tell you how it's gonna go down.
異世界ものっていうと普通はこんな感じとか
Okay, well, I mean...
こんな感じで
Okay, well, the protagonist is gonna do...
可愛いヒロインと楽しい冒険をする
Stop taking my job! I know we're way past the point of self-aware isekai stories since Konosuba did it 5 years ago. Are you serious? But TSUKIMICHI's got a pretty strong attempt at it. You got a guy who's actually the child of some isekai immigrants who's been sent to the world of his parents, where he meets a goddess who looks at him with contempt because compared to every other isekai hero, he's really ugly. What? And so she sends him to the fantasy world with the weakest and most useless power she can think of. The ability to understand any language instantly. Bruh. There's an isekai called Drugstore in Another World about a guy who opens a drugstore in another world. You know, at this point, I'm just waiting for some guy to get transported to a fantasy world and then decide to open up a local fucking Nando's. I mean, what the fuck is next? Capitalism in another world. They're really doing capitalism in another world. How a realist hero rebuilds the kingdom. Okay, this one's actually alright. There's no overpowered protagonist, no grand adventure, just a guy trying to save a fantasy kingdom via the two sexiest words in the world. Politics and economics. Okay, I know that sounds a lot like Slime without the slime, so it has even less of a hook. But this one goes way more in depth with the technicalities of how he goes about achieving everything. So if you've ever thought, hey, I want to spice some more isekai, well, here you go.
今日も元気いっぱいだよって人今日は普通かなって人しんどい辛い何もしたくないって人
Me! I do! Here's a curveball for you. How about a dark comedy about a cynical, pessimistic children's show presenter who's had enough of life, slowly losing his fucking mind on camera in front of a bunch of playful kids?
I kind of like that.
I'm on the fence about this one. On one hand, this is totally my type of cynical comedy. Put a guy with zero fucks to give in front of some clueless children and boom, easy comedy. But on the other hand, I'm not sure how you're going to keep this concept fresh for an entire season, because not every joke in the first episode hit. But at the very least, we could have a laugh at some guy losing the will to go on because of some children. I mean, come on, they're just kids. What's the worst thing they can say?
31歳だよ
お兄さんはなんで結婚もしてなくて子供もいないんですか
I'm not gonna lie, summer season had a lot to live up to. We're coming off the back of two of the best anime seasons in recent memory, but so far, we've kind of just had a lot of this. If there is one show to look out for this season, however, it's Sunny Boy. Sometimes all it takes is a few seconds for a show to immediately stand out from the crowd, and right away you can probably tell. Sunny Boy ain't just your typical anime. You've got a school that's been sent to some kind of pocket dimension. A group of kids are trying to figure out how to govern themselves. This guy just starts breaking the entire fucking space-time continuum. You've got some mind-bending animation and imagery. The whole thing looks like a Satoshi Kon movie with a bit of Yuasa flair. Oh, and every kid's been given a different superpower in this place as well.
Looks pretty good.
This can only end well. This is a Lord of the Flies type anime original show coming from Shingo Natsume, who, if you aren't familiar, directed this.
Oh, shit. Alright.
And this. And it feels like he's been given total freedom to do whatever he wants, which could mean this could turn out to be a fully realized vision with no compromise, or an absolute fucking mess. Maybe both. Anime originals, though, have been absolutely killing it this year, with shows like Odd Taxi, BV, Megalobox, Wonder Egg. Anime originals, though, have been kinda killing it
I wanted to
this
see
year, so I've got
Wonder
high
Egg.
hopes that this could bloom into something great. I gotta be honest, I saw this as one of the top shows of the season with light novel readers hyping this up, so I came in with high hopes, and honestly, it was pretty whelming. You've got a terrorist threatening to blow up a plane unless this female ace detective can deduce the reason of his hijacking. What follows is the most bullshit, hello, I'm a smart anime character monologue I've seen in a while, as from a single fucking line, she's able to deduce,
ああ、本当どうしよう。おそらくあなた本に住むライトじゃなくて、あなたそれ判定っていうのは事件が起きる前に事件を解決しておくものだから。
Okay, now explain the entire Fate franchise to me. Then out of fucking nowhere, it turns out the guy is actually a ghoul, but it's okay because she managed to bring a fucking gun on board. But please, no liquors over 300 milliliters. So we get this dope-ass fight scene, she wins the fight, saves the day, then eats the most anemic pizza I've ever seen in my life. Go, please give that pizza some fucking cheese, I beg of you! Cool action aside, I think what bothered me the most was just the bland-ass dialogue between the detective and the main protagonist. It's like someone saw the character dynamics of Bakemonogatari or Bunny Girl Senpai and went, yeah, we got that at home. It tries so hard to emulate that same kind of chemistry without capturing the same charm or wit. This feels like it's so close to being a decent show, so I'll probably give this one a few more episodes to see if it actually finds its footing and actually gets me to care about what's going on.
I'm making fucking mac and cheese, and nobody can stop!
You know, I should probably be more hyped about this than I am. I mean, it's a new Studio Bones anime that looks like it was made by Studio Bones with a Yuki Kajira soundtrack. I'm not a huge fan of vampires, or the setting, or the prim and proper pretty boys who look like they speak exclusively in Times New Roman. Nothing too much about the plot has grabbed me in the beginning episodes, so I'll just have to wait and see if this is something that goes truly above and beyond. We've got a water polo anime for those of you who've ever thought, okay, imagine Kuroko, but wet. And I mean, who doesn't love a bit of wet Kuroko? I mean, look at this shit. It's so wet in here, the ducks and geese are gonna migrate to the Sahara Desert. It's so wet in here, we're about to set off some tsunami warnings. It's so wet in here, I thought Cardi B dropped her fucking pussy somewhere nearby. PA Works have a new anime set in an aquarium this
How
time.
are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
You know, I've always been a bit wary of PA Works anime nowadays because without fail, they look
looks
visually
pretty
stunning,
nice.
and AQUATOPE on the white sand is absolutely no exception. This is probably one of the most beautiful looking new shows of the season, but then you look at their track record, and for every gorgeous masterpiece they create, they can make an equally gorgeous, just as highly polished piece of turd. You know what? Still some pretty good looking turds out there though. I'm sure a lot of people have had that existential realization that you're just not doing exactly what you want to be doing in life. That you took the wrong path somewhere and you should have gone a different
pretty
direction.
much everybody.
And that's exactly what this anime is about. Hashiba is a 28-year-old guy who wishes he could be working in the creative industry instead of getting a boring degree and becoming an office worker. So one day when he wakes up in a younger body with a chance to redo it all, he has just one thought. I gotta invest in Bitcoin. No, of course he doesn't do anything smart like buying Apple stocks or uninstalling League of Legends, but instead he shoots for his dreams by going to art school.
Wait, that's illegal.
You know, ignoring the obvious things you would do if you actually traveled back in time with knowledge of the future, this is actually an interesting concept. If you've ever thought you've wanted to go back in time to redo a major aspect of your life, then you might find something in here. So, let me get this straight. This anime is about a guy who gets a girlfriend and then gets confessed to by another girl but doesn't want to reject the other girl, so he unlocks 100% of his brain and decides that the best solution to this problem is just to simply two-time. So he asks his girlfriend if he can have another girlfriend, and she goes no, and he goes yes, and she goes no, and he goes yes, and she goes no, and he goes no, and she goes yes. Haha, no take-backs! So they all agree to engage in a three-way relationship with each other, and then on top of that, immediately
solution.
decide to move in with each other. What an absolute mess of a situation. Alright, hear me out. This is a show that absolutely shouldn't work, but for some reason, it does. It's a harem anime that actually follows through with the harem part. There is no best girl because every girl wins. Yes, even the short-haired blue one. And honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, they're clearly setting unrealistic expectations for anime fans, showing a guy getting 2 girlfriends when most weebs can't even get one. What works about this is just how stupidly upfront and honest
if you
everyone
can
is
hear my
about
dog,
this.
sorry
And the great
about
thing
that.
is, you'll only need the same number of brain cells as these guys have collectively to be able to enjoy this show, which is 3. Somehow, it's so stupid that it can make you forget how fucked the entire situation is that you can just laugh at it. That's
Uno momento. Alright, again, sorry about that. He's been real fussy lately.
right. Who needs chivalry when you can dabble in some casual polygamy? Please don't quote me on that. It's funny, it's turning your brain off fun, and because of this, it's the most awful anime ever made. The characters are stupid, it's really unrealistic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And no guy in the right mind would ever try what the main character's doing because he's a stupid dum-dum that nobody should idolize, especially not me. Is that okay?
Oh, I've heard a lot about this one. Not sure if I'm...
Not hit her. It's not true.
Holy shit, am I seeing this right? Nagatoro, but MILF. It's MILF Nagatoro. I didn't think we could improve on perfection, but the Mad Lads did it. Finally, anime is starting to realize what we really want. Finally, the best tags are getting some representation. We are getting the sexy anime girls we truly deserve. Dark-skinned, tanned, MILF. Does it get any better than this? No degeneracy here, only culture. Gentlemen, it is time. The revolution has begun. Perfection is here. I can now declare, without a shadow of a doubt, the best and sexiest girl of 2021 has been found. And her name is... Oh my god, she's a lolly.
That's why I don't want to see
Hey
that.
guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you.
I did enjoy it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so there's the Gigguk's Summer 2021. Nothing really jumps out at me that I'm gonna like clamor to see. That's just me. Wasn't really into. Yeah, some of it just isn't. There's nothing there for me. That one aquarium one looked like visually stunning, but other than that, I don't. There's nothing there really that I'm really excited about. Maybe I'm just a cynical fuck. I don't know. But yeah, that's my reaction to Gigguk Summer 2021. And thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. And don't forget to give that guy a like. And I'll put a link into the description of his channel so you guys can go watch it for yourselves. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.